Hey guys, so in this video, I'll be teaching you guys how to make a simple floor plan with AutoCAD. So before we begin, let's fix our measurements and units. So just type UN on your keyboard, then press enter. Then it will lead you to this. So I want you guys to fix your position, the decimal points, and here the measurements you want to use. I'll be using 2 decimal points and it's in meters. Once you're done, just press OK. So the next thing I want you guys to do, I highly suggest you guys to change your graphic performance. Why? Because here, as you notice, when I drag my mouse and try to make a line, it's somehow laggy. And I honestly want to remove that. So you go down here in the bottom right, go to Graphics, Performance. Then here in the Hardware Acceleration, just leave it on. Once you're done, press OK. So now when we make a line, it's much smoother and faster. Hey guys, so in making the lines of the floor plan, we can use a polyline, line, and a rectangle. So I'll be using a polyline first. Type PL, then press enter, then select a point. And if some of you guys are having a hard time because this is not along the X and Y axis, just type F8 so it's orthogonal. Then just type in the the measurement you want to have. I want this to be 4, then enter, 2, enter, and so on. To escape your command, just type enter or escape. Now the shortcut for line is L, then enter. Instead of typing 4, we can just do this so it's perpendicular to that line. Then escape. And if you want to use the last command you used, just type the space bar so it brings up to the last command, which was line. So for shortcut for rectangles, REC, then enter. Then left click, then specify your points. The first one's gonna be your x-axis. I want mine to be 8. Then once you're done typing the x-axis, press comma, then your y-axis, 2. So I want to move this down here. So I'm going to type M, shortcut for move, select the object, enter again, specify a point. Then there we go. Then I want to make my restrooms in this area. So instead of let's say making a line like this, then let's say this is 2, then just do this again. We can do is offset because this is going to be a dirty layout because there's lines on top of each other and we don't want that. So I'll just be undoing that by Control Z. So there's no line on top of each other. And if you want to just drag things, just use the scroll button on your mouse instead of zooming in and zooming out. So here, what we can do is we can offset things. So just type O, then enter. That's for shortcut for offset. Then it asks you to specify the distance. I want it to be 2, then enter, then select the object. Then there we go. So for this one, if you notice the difference of a line and a polyline and a rectangle, both polyline and rectangle, they have all their lines connected to each other. Unlike a regular line, it's independent. So if I move this, the other line doesn't follow. Unlike a polyline and a rectangle, if I move one line, the other lines will follow. So these two lines follow, these two lines follow. So since I was saying a while ago, you don't want lines to be on top of each other, so it's a clean work. We want to erase this one because it's on top of the other polyline. The rectangle is on top of the polyline. So what we can do is to make these lines independent. Just type X for explode, select the object, then enter. Now all the lines are independent, so we just click this one, then erase, E for shortcut, then enter. So no lines on top of this. And if you want to turn these lines into a polyline, what you can do is PE for P-edit, then select an object, a line. Then it's asking you, do you want to turn it into 1? Yes, just click enter. Then press join, then select these two lines because I want to merge it. Then press enter twice. Now it's one polyline. So now I want to make the walls of my restroom, the inner walls. So I want to explode this too. So X, enter. Then I'm just going to be offsetting this. Type O. Since the O distance was 2, just press enter again because I also want to have it 2. Select the object. There we go. Then escape. Then we can just drag these lines. And then that's how you make the lines of your floor plan. In making the walls of the floor plan, you'll just be offsetting things. So O, enter, then type the distance. I want my exterior walls to be 0.2. Then enter again, then select the objects. Then escape. Then offset again. O, enter, 0.15. Then enter. So the difference of a polyline and a line is, if it's a polyline, all the lines will follow. Unlike a line, it can only just move one line. And this portion, if you're having trouble because it's not connected, instead of dragging, just type F for fillet, then select these two objects, then now it's connected. Same as this, spacebar for old command, then select the objects, then escape or enter. Then we want to trim all these extra lines in the middle of the walls. So just type TR for trim, then enter. Then if you notice, it's asking for you to select object for the cutting edges. So let's say I select these two lines and enter. I can only trim the edges where it's connected to. But then let's say these lines don't really necessarily relate to these lines, so I can't really trim these lines. So what you can do is just type TR, trim for trim, then enter twice. So everything is your cutting edge. So you can cut anything with a line. Okay, so once that's done, we need to make the space for the doors and windows, and we'll be using multi-line. So type ML, then enter. Then here, we can fix it. Here in the justifications, I suggest leave it to 0. Then scale, let's say I'll start with a door, I want it to be 1. So 1, then enter. Then I'll be specifying a point. If some of you guys are having problems because it's only allowing you to do it in the midpoint and the edges, escape first, then type OS for O snap, then enter, then here leave the nearest on so you can place your line anywhere. So let's say I want a door here, then changing the scale for multi-line, just type ML, then enter, then scale, then let's say I want my windows to be 2, then 2, then enter. Then for my restroom, I'll just change the scale to 0.8, then enter. So if you notice, what's the difference of top and bottom with a 0? 0, it's like one half on top, one half below. Let's say I selected top. So basically, it's just doing everything on top. So the two lines is on top. It's not like 0, which is one half top, one half bottom, and I just really want to leave it in 0, so it's one half top, one half bottom. So I'll just erase this, type this, then select E for erase. Going back to multi-line. Now the last thing you're gonna do is trim. So trim TR, then double enter. Then just select the lines or the area where the doors and windows are gonna pop out. So we're gonna be making the layers. So just type LA, then enter, then it will lead you to this. To add a layer, just select this button right here. And to type 1, just space bar, then just type it. And to change the color, just left click it. Then I suggest you just choose the colors here. So once you're done, just cross it out, close it. Then just select, let's say I want to make this my floor. So just select it, then change it to floor. Then just make the rest walls. Once you're done, just make it walls, change it to walls. Now we're just gonna fix the layout. Let's say the layout. So what we can do here is go select layout, then page setup manager, then select here modify. Then here, let's say you want to print it out later on, just change it to TWG to PDF, this one. Then I want to leave it A4. Select any A4. Then leave it mm. Make sure you leave it an mm. Then change this to 0.001. Then just select anything here. I'll just select AutoCAD.cd. These are for like the pen lines. So here I suggest you guys to change the color. So let's say if I leave in color red in the layout, the output when I print is just gonna be black, but then the line weight is just gonna be 0.1. Then I just changed the second color to 0.2, then so on 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.8, just all the way to 6 color. Then my 7 color is just back to 0.1. Then all of this is just gonna be black. So once you're done, just save and close. And if everything here is the same or similar to mine, that's good enough. Once you're done, just press OK. Then close that. Okay, so in making the windows, just type ML again, then enter. Then specify the points or the scale. Just type here in the scale, then 0.2, then enter. Then just fill out the area of the windows. Then to make the frame of the window, just go back to ML again, then enter. Then change the scale to, let's say, I want it 0.05. Then just make another one. Make sure you're in the layer of door. So REC, enter, left click. Then I want my X to be, let's say, 0.05, comma, point, let's say 1.5. Enter. Then I just want to move this, select that, then type M, then select the point. I want this to be mid. Then I just place one right here. Then escape. So in copying, just type CO and enter. Select the object, then enter again. Select the point. Then just drag it. Then I want to make another rectangle. This is for the door, not the frame anymore. So I want my left click. Then the thickness of the door, let's say the width of it first, the length of it, 0.9, comma, then the thickness is, let's say, 0.05, then enter. So we're just going to be moving this here. And to show it as a door, we want to make the door open. So type RO, then enter, select the object, then enter again. Select the base point, which is that, then just make it open here. Next thing you want to do is make a circle. Shortcut C, then enter, then just drag it all the way up there. Then we want to trim out the lines we don't need for the door opening. So just type TR, then enter, and I want to select my cutting edge, this and this, then enter. So I'll either be cutting this or cutting this, so it's faster. Once you're done, escape. Then we can just select all these. Then type CO so we can copy it for the other parts of the doors. So if you're having a hard time because you can't really drag it to where you want, just type F8 again. So select it again, then just rotate it and move it later on. So if you're having a hard time, just make it F8. Make sure it goes along the X and Y axis, then move it. Then just do that for the other doors. Okay guys, so once you're done, just go to your layout. Then you'll have this blank page. Make sure you're in the text. Then to see your work, just type MV for multi-view, then enter twice. Now you'll see your work. And if you notice here, your frame is color green and we want to change that, just make it to your 0. Okay, so in making a text, let's fix the style. By the way, if you don't have a text layer, just make one right now. So ST for shortcut for style. Press enter, then let's make a new one. I'll label it as 3mm. Okay, so to make it 3mm, just change this to 0.003. If you want to make it 2, just make it 0.002. Then here in the font name and font style, it's up to you what you want to have. Once you're done, just click on apply, then close it. So shortcut for text is T, then enter. And make sure when you're making your text, you're not inside, because once you're inside, you're writing it inside your model, so it's gonna be shown here. Then another thing, if you want to make your scale here 1:100, just left click here to adjust your scale. And if you guys are having a problem why it's not making 1:100, maybe you have to fix out your page setup manager. You have to modify it and make sure it's in millimeters, and these are your units. Make sure it's not in inches. So once your style's done, just type in T. Make sure you're outside, you're not inside it. So once you drag, you can't drag the things inside. So type T, then enter. Just make one, make sure in the 3mm. Then justifications, I like to leave it in mid-center. So just type it down. Then to go out of it, don't press enter, just click outside, left click outside. You can just CO everything. Then if you're having a problem why it's just going up and down, left and right, just type F8 so you're not orthogonal. Hey guys, so if some of you want your text to be exactly at the center of, let's say, this porch, you just have to select this, the moving portion of your text, then shift right click, then select this mid between 2 points. Then I'll select this one and this one. So it will be exactly in the center of the 2 points I just placed. This is the shortcut for OSnap. And if you want to see what happens when you print this, make sure page setup manager. Make sure these are your specifications. Make sure it's the WG to PDF. Then preview, left click. So this is what the output of whatever you made. And if you notice the line scales, the walls are thicker. This is because of the page setup manager we did in the layer. So to fix the dimensions, type DIM, then style for dim style. So we're just setting the style, then modify. So this is my setup. My text style, I just have the 2.3 millimeters, then text color by layer. Then I just change this to 0.001, then align with dimension. That's for my text. Then symbols and arrows, I just made my symbols 0.002. Then the rest 0.001, except for these two, I didn't touch it anymore. Then for my lines, I just made the lines of this colored yellow, same as the extension lines. The only thing I changed was here, the 0.001, also these two. Once you're done setting up and modifying your dimension, just press OK. Then the next thing, what you can do next for dimension is select dimensions above. Once you're done, let's say I want to make a dimension for this to here, then just pull it back wherever you want. And if you want to continue it so you can do the others, just select continue. Select this, but then here some of you guys might want exactly in the center, so what you can do is shift right click mid between 2 points. So I'll select this and that. Then you just keep on continuing it until you're done. So my only tip for you guys is to always Control S and save your work every 10 minutes because you don't know when's the next time your computer might crash or what. So hey guys, thanks for watching. I hope you learned a lot. If you have any comments, just comment down below. If you like this video, hit the like button. And I hope to see you guys in my future videos.